Today is March the 18th, 2025, the beginning of March Madness. This is the Sports Counterpoints podcast. I'm GB, got Coop and Brian with me as always. What's up, my guys?
Hey, all right.
Back at it, man. It's March Madness week. Just found out I won't be able to make it for the first couple days. So sorry, guys, but we'll definitely I'm planning on coming out for the weekend at least, so I can still partake in the festivities, but definitely enjoy and turn up. So what we're going to do today is we are going to talk about the bracket. We're going to go pick to pick up to the Elite Eight for the guys. Also, what we're doing for this year's and potentially future years is we are having a bracket challenge for the Sports Counterpoints podcast as well. Coop, let them know.
Yes, we are. We're having a bracket challenge on Yahoo. So all of you with Yahoo IDs, get on Yahoo. It's a free bracket, and the bracket ID number is 54623. 54623. Sign up. Only caveat is you gotta be a subscriber to our YouTube podcast on YouTube. So you be a subscriber, go to Yahoo and put your bracket. If you win, this is a bracket sponsored by Peerless One Sports. The winner will get $100. We'll get $100. So there's some incentive. It's free to get in. You get $100 if you win. Our brackets will be in there. Other subscribers' brackets will be in there. So it should be fun. Go ahead and do it.
Join us. I like the concept. No yeah. So make sure you're a subscriber to win to the YouTube page. They gave you that ID. We'll give it again at the end of the show. I'll also post it when I post it on YouTube, as well as on any other avenue in which you get your podcasts. Join us, get in, get a chance to win. Like Coop said, get you $100 from Peerless One Sports. Oh. So there it is. So yeah, that's what we're doing. Any limit, you guys, on brackets?
Oh, entries.
On entries.
Jason.
Yeah. Oh, it should be one per person. But if y'all want to go two, yeah, I would go one per person. Just
there you
go. One per person.
Give us your best bracket.
Yep.
There you go. It
Boom.
Is.
You can have 20 of them in Yahoo, but just put your best foot forward.
Yep.
Boom. There it is. Well said. Cool. So that's your T's and C's, and we'll make it work. So cool. Let's get into it, guys. So what we're gonna do is we are actually going to show the bracket, and go by region. Brian and Cooper are going to talk about their picks and go from there. So let's do it.
Go ahead, baby. Why don't we put up a bracket for the audience watching on YouTube?
And if you're not watching,
game by game,
you can find these brackets on damn near anywhere. I'm on ESPN. You're going to find it on Yahoo, which is what we're using. Yep. Go there, and we're actually showing the Yahoo's bracket up online at the current moment.
And I know some of you listen while you are driving. So we'll go through each game. We'll tell you who's playing each game and then who we're picking. So even though you have a bracket in front of you, you'll know the game. So Brian, let's start with the South region, since that's the first one that is up. You got Auburn and St. Beatrice or Francis or whoever, Gertrude, whoever the name is. Yeah, Ernestine. Who you got? 16-1. Go ahead and take that upset.
I got Auburn, obviously, over Alabama State.
Oh man, Alabama State, HBCU. Word.
Yeah. I mean, look, congratulations to get there, but the 16 seeds are there for one reason and one reason only, and that's to be cannon fodder for the one seed. So this wasn't hard.
Oh wait, I thought St. Francis won, so Alabama State won. I didn't know that. Okay, well, nice. Either or doesn't matter. I'm taking Auburn.
Alabama State won over St. Francis 70-68.
Okay, all right, cool. And then the next game, we got Louisville and Creighton. Who you want?
Louisville and Creighton. I got Louisville over Creighton. Again, this was kind of a chalk pick, but these teams are not as, in my opinion, from what I've seen, not as close as their seeding suggests.
Are you? Yeah. Y'all may want to have your own bracket up where you're keeping track, so as you get closer down the line, you'll know who you picked.
Oh, I already know. Yeah. I'm taking Louisville because they're playing in Lexington. It's like a home game. They're in Kentucky, so. Team from Nebraska might lose this one, so I'm taking Louisville. The next quadrant, Brian, these games are going to be played in Denver, Colorado. So the first one is going to be the Big Ten champ Michigan against UC San Diego. Who you got, B?
Yeah, this one's actually an interesting one. I do think Michigan's going to win this and win it handily, but we were talking about it amongst friends, and UC San Diego was apparently the first school to have both their women's and men's team make the tournament in their first year of eligibility for the tournament. That's a pretty good story, but they're still going to get smashed.
Okay. All right. I am going to take the Transformers from UC San Diego because 2 of the last 3 Big Ten conference tournament champions lost in the first round of the tournament. Now, San Diego, they're undersized, but if Michigan turns the ball over like they're used to doing, I think San Diego has a chance. But also one key thing is the game is at 7 p.m. Pacific time, which is kind of late for Michigan. And it's in the altitude of Denver. So I like UC San Diego, the Transformers. I don't think that's their real name, but it's close.
You can't get any lower than the beaches of San Diego, but I hear you about the There's always a 12-5 upset. It's a matter of trying to pick which one it's going to be. So maybe
there you go. The next one, you got Texas A&M and Yale. Brian, who do you got?
Wow. Texas A&M. Yale, none of the Ivy Leagues, unless they're playing Duke, have done anything ever. So.
All right. So I don't like teams that can't shoot, so I'm taking Yale. Yale can score, but they're going to have to rebound to beat Texas A&M. And Texas A&M throws up a lot of bricks, so that's why they lead the NCAA in offensive rebounding. If Yale can score points and rebound, I think they win in Denver. We'll move on to the next game. That's Mississippi. Ole Miss playing North Carolina, who I believe beat the hell out of San Diego State today in the playing game. Who you got, B?
Well, this is not going to make me very popular in the house, but I got Mississippi.
Okay. All right. I'm taking Carolina because I just don't take basketball teams from Mississippi. So I got Carolina to move on. And then you got Lipscomb and Iowa State. Or Lipscomb and Iowa State. Who you got?
Iowa State. If I can't figure out where they're from or who they are, I can't necessarily pick them.
Man,
I think the betting odds say that they have a 5.7% chance of winning this game.
Damn.
I believe it. Yeah, the only thing good about Lipscomb is that their mascot is a bison like Howard, but I can't pick Bible colleges to win NCAA tournament game. It's a Christian Bible school, so I'm going with Iowa State. So
they do got the Lord on their side. I don't know. That can be a pretty powerful.
I know, right?
That is big.
Could be a detriment. And then the last quadrant in the South region, B, you got Marquette playing against New Mexico. This should be a good game, actually. Who you got?
I was going to say this one's a little bit closer. I did go with Marquette, but I absolutely this is one of those that I have flip-flop mentally on 3 or 4 times because Marquette, while a 7th seed, was a 5th rank in their conference, and New Mexico won theirs. I do feel like there's a little bit of momentum. 3-loss team versus a 7-loss team. There's a lot of things that make it smart to pick New Mexico, but as of right now, until I flip-flop tomorrow morning or Thursday morning before the game start, I'm on Marquette.
I'm with you on that. Marquette actually should be the name of a drink. I think they're located in Wisconsin. Yeah, right. And they're playing in Cleveland. The only teams New Mexico can beat on the road is Wyoming, Nevada, and Utah State and Air Force. I don't think they will fare well in this game, only because they're playing in Cleveland, and that's close to Marquette. So I'm with you. I have Marquette. And then the final game in this quadrant, we got Michigan State playing against Kobe. Who you got?
Kobe.
Yeah, Michigan State's a team I like a lot in this tournament, so I, of course, have them getting out of the first round.
Yeah, so I have a rule in the NCAA tournament. I'm like you, Brian. I can't pick you to upset a favorite if I don't know where you're located, because the only Brian I know is Brian McKinney, Kobe, Jelly Bean, and Bryant. That's like Brian Gumble. Them the only ones I know. So I got Michigan State as well. So now we're going to move on to the next round, the round of 32.
Hey, Jason, I just want to say I've noticed something. We've only gotten through eight picks. You have a lot of damn rules, man.
That part.
What do you do?
Hella funny. All right, so look, so the first so here we go, round of 32. B, Auburn, Louisville. We both had them. Who you got advancing?
Auburn.
Okay. I have Auburn as well. They're actually gonna run Louisville. We have different here. I have UC San Diego playing
San
Yale.
Diego. I have Michigan.
Michigan.
Both of them,
exactly.
both have them playing
Texas
Texas A&M.
Right. Who you got?
I got Texas A&M.
Texas A&M. Okay, so I have Yale playing UC San Diego, and I have Yale winning a close one against the Megatrons.
Your bracket, okay.
Yeah, I'm back in the
The
Ivy League.
We don't have to
Megatrons.
worry about no chalk falling on the floor.
And next round we got you pick Mississippi and I against Iowa State. Who you got?
Yeah, that's another one I might flip flop on with the North Carolina one. But I have Iowa State against whoever it is.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I got Iowa State moving on, and then finally, we both have Marquette and we both have Michigan State. Who wins?
Michigan State again. That's a team I like a whole lot and going pretty far. So
okay,
that's maybe a familiar name to hear.
A lot of people love Michigan State. I don't. I've seen really good Michigan State teams. I just don't think this is one of them. I predicted last year they would lose North Carolina because they were slightly overrated, and they did. I predict they'll lose to Marquette, and I think Marquette goes to Sweet 16. We'll see. And then the last round we're going to pick. We're only going to pick the first Sweet 16 game up to the Elite Eight. So Brian, you have Auburn playing against, I believe, Texas A&M or Michigan. Texas A&M, right?
Texas A&M. I have
okay.
Auburn, obviously, our team, and then I'll save you the time. Michigan State again. So.
Okay. All right. And then I am going to take Auburn as well. And because Yale's going to get drunk after going to Sweet 16, so they won't be ready to play Auburn. And I'm taking Iowa State and their 6'10" center, Dyshawn Jackson from Oakland, California, to beat Marquette. Yep. So there is the South region. We're only going to go up to the Elite Eight. Moving on.
I'm in here working the bracket while you're doing it. Keep it going, bro.
Moving on.
Are you taking more of his picks or my picks?
Man, I'm just
Maybe
hitting
my
buttons.
feelings are hurting. I just don't know.
That is funny. We're gonna move to the West region where the number 1 seed Florida is taking on MEAC champ Norfolk State. Too bad Howard didn't make it this year. Who you got?
I want to see them play Florida.
Oh, bro, you ain't lying. Who you got?
Florida, yeah.
Me too. No explanation needed. It's in Raleigh, This game's in Raleigh, North Carolina. We're going Florida. Moving on. We got Oklahoma playing the 2-time defending champion UConn Huskies. Who you got?
Connecticut. I don't have them going far, but I got them good.
Yep.
Getting out.
Okay. I'm taking Oklahoma in this one. UConn is, people who bet know, they're on a historic run covering the spread in the NCAA tournament. They're like 26-5 their last 31 games, but I think it ends now. I think Oklahoma might get this victory and beat them. Moving on, we got the next game. We got Memphis playing Colorado. This is a trendy pick, Brian. A lot of people taking Colorado State.
A lot of people taking Colorado State. Yeah. And I absolutely get it.
Mm-hmm.
From a conference perspective, the Mountain West is not the worst. They can put out some sneaky teams here and there. That being said, I'm going to go with Penny and Memphis.
Yes,
Penny Hardaway has proven to become a very, very, very strong coach. And most importantly, more stronger than his coaching is his recruiting. He finds talent that just wants to go and play for him. And in the tournament, talent wins a lot of these close matchups. So I got Memphis.
So Memphis is the 5 seed, and the favorite is the 12 seed Colorado State Rams. Since 2005, a 5 seed has been underdog twice against a 12 seed. Everybody's picking Colorado State, probably because this game is in Seattle, but I'm with you, Brian. I'm going with Memphis. I got Memphis in this one.
Nice.
For the same reasons you said. Next one is Maryland versus Grand Canyon. I'm assuming that's in Arizona because it says Grand Canyon.
Grand Canyon is a very, very interesting school. They started off as a not-for-profit Christian university that was basically giving away education. And then they have built an outstanding campus, absolutely beautiful. Then they were a for-profit school, religious school, giving out a lot of tuition. Then they just recently converted to a nonprofit school, but they have one of the newest, nicest campuses. And one of the things that they have been doing like crazy is recruiting. And they are able to find people who are not otherwise eligible and find ways to get them in. A lot of JUCO folks are able to get in there and thrive. And so they have actually played way above their weight class the last few years. I said all of that to let you know that I'm picking Maryland.
That's okay. Brian, you're right. Both of these teams. Oh, go ahead, B.
I was gonna say 3 consecutive years for a school that's been around for like a decade.
Yep.
Most of it is a for-profit college. Yeah, it's pretty impressive. But
yep, real talk.
We'll go with
this game is in Seattle. It's close for Grand Canyon. Both of these teams are dangerous, but GB Brian, I can't pick a team whose mascot is somebody's last name. I think it's Lopez. That's what their mascot is. So I'm good. I'm taking Maryland.
Yeah, a little bit on Maryland though. They got a 6'10" kid who's supposed to be outstanding, and their rating for Ken Palm ratings on offense is amongst the best in the country.
Yep.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, Ken Palm ratings. That's like the Bible for college basketball. But yeah, we'll talk about that another day. So we got Missouri playing against Drake. Who you got, B?
Glenn can tell you exactly who I'm not going to pick under any circumstances.
If they lose, they sue.
Yeah, I got Missouri.
Every time I pick Drake, I picked him last year, I think against Miami the year before, and I picked him last year against somebody lost. Every time I pick them in the NCAA tournament, they always lose. Plus, they play too damn slow.
Good. Can you pick them so that they'll lose?
No, I'll take Missouri this time. No, I'm done.
Because I took a 7th. Missouri was 7th in their conference.
Yeah,
everyone's coming from the SEC. 7th in their conference. Drake was first and one.
But Drake plays just too slow for me. I can't do it. Texas Tech and North Carolina Wilmington. Okay, Wilmington. Yeah. Who you got?
Definitely not anything having to do with Wilmington.
There you go.
There you go. Texas Tech. I actually think Texas Tech is a solid team.
Yeah.
That could possibly do a little things going on. We'll talk about that a little bit later.
Yep. I can't pick a team whose mascot is the Seahawk, so I'm taking Texas Tech. I'm with you on that one.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is. Yeah.
Very Niners of you.
All right. And then we got the last quadrant of the bracket. Brian, these games are going to be played in Providence, Rhode Island. So we got Kansas and Arkansas. Bill Self was John Calipari. Who you got?
Calipari.
Yeah, Kansas. I don't care what they're. Yeah, you got a 9th ranked Arkansas from the SEC. Like everybody from the SEC got in against a 6th ranked Kansas team in their conference. Kansas is a blue blood. Again, they're always going to be able to recruit talent. Talent is the difference in games like this in the tournament when you're playing one-offs. So I'll take Kansas.
John Calipari is usually good for a game in the NCAA tournament, but selfishly, Brian Glenn, I want to see John Calipari versus Rick Pitino in the next round. So I'm taking Arkansas.
I get it.
Arkansas this one.
It'll be weird to see if that happens. It'll be really weird to see him at Arkansas and St. John.
Right, that part.
Where they've gone.
Well, Brian, I heard you picking an upset here in the last game, St. John versus Omaha, Nebraska.
Absolutely not.
Okay, I heard wrong then.
Yeah. Look, Rick Pitino, who looks like he's aged with multipliers like of late. I mean, he used to look. He went from looking real young to
man.
25th year senior.
Man,
looking bad, bro.
But here's the thing about Rick Pitino, and this stat's been probably played a lot on ESPN, is when he takes over a team, within 2 years, they are a winning team and winning their conference. At every single school he's ever gone to, and the pros, when he went for his 3-year stint for the Knicks, he turned that program in 2 years. He's now done it at St. John's. There's an argument to be made, not that he's the most winningest coach or anything else, that he is the best coach there is, because he's done it at all different types of institutions. And the dude's just a marvel when it comes to turning a program around. So I ain't picking against him.
Yeah, I was going to say actually the same things you said. You already said it. Despite how people feel about him as a person, he's an outstanding college basketball coach. I'm definitely taking St. John's to beat Omaha. Okay, so next round
reference.
There you go. Round of 32, Brian. You got Florida playing UConn.
Don't matter who they got. Florida.
Exactly. I'm with you. I got playing Oklahoma. It doesn't matter. Florida. We're moving on.
Shoot them down.
Yep. We both got Memphis and we both have Maryland. Who you got?
Maryland.
I got Maryland squeaking by Memphis as well.
Well, like I said earlier, Maryland has just an amazing offense from an offensive rating, and yeah. Anyways, yep. Maryland.
We both got Missouri versus Texas Tech. Who you got?
Texas Tech. Missouri is just rated 2. They're just like, how do you have a 7 seed in the tournament? But anyways, Texas Tech.
I'm with Texas Tech as well. Glenn, you should be rooting for Texas Tech because they got Raiders in their mascot. Just to let you know.
I root for Texas Tech because of Cheryl Swoops.
Okay, and that too. There you go. Raiders and Cheryl Swoops. And then we got the last game in the quadrant. You have Kansas playing St. John's. Who you got?
St. John's.
St. John's. Okay. I have St. John's as well. I think Rick Pitino's a better coach. They're playing I haven't played Arkansas, actually. I think Rick Pitino's a better coach, and Arkansas is not a physical team to give St. John trouble. St. John will have trouble against a physical team, so I'm taking St. John's. And then our last picks in this round, we both have Florida, and we both have them playing Maryland. What you got?
Yeah, Florida. Pick them up, shoot them down. Florida.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. Maryland can actually beat Florida, and I think they'll put up a fight, but I think Florida ultimately wins. And so we both have.
You might be able to figure out where I'm going to be going with this bracket, but this Florida team might be the best Florida team that Florida has ever put together.
Whoa! Better than that Billy Donovan team?
A back-to-back champion team.
Wow.
That they had before.
That's saying something.
Most of these players are going to run on anyway, but this is a very, very well-built team.
Oh, that's saying something. Okay. All right. And then we got Texas Tech playing St. John's. Who you got?
I got Texas Tech. I figured, Pitino's turning around a program, so on and so forth, but he's still turning around a program. And so I do think Texas Tech gets the upset here.
Well, I just said St. John's will have a problem with physical basketball teams. Texas Tech is one of those teams. I got Texas Tech winning this game too. So
yeah, look at that.
We're both kind of even on that one.
Maybe on the opposite sides of upset picks. All right.
There we go. Now, if you can move the bracket over, B, we'll go to the top.
Which one we're going to go back?
Let's go top. Yeah, let's go back to the top. It should be the Eastern bracket.
There we go.
The Eastern bracket, we got Duke playing against American Mary. Who are they playing against? Mary. Duke playing. Let me go to my.
Yeah, we don't know who they're playing just yet. Right, American.
I don't think we really care, do we? They're playing against Hail Mary.
No. They're going to need to say Hail Mary. At some point in time, we don't know. There's talk that Cooper Flag will play in the Friday game.
Yeah.
I don't think it matters.
Yeah.
And it's quite honestly, I think he suits up and probably doesn't play very much, because if you can get an extra 2 days of rest on a busted ankle, you absolutely take that. And the only reason though they'd have Cooper Flag play is just to make sure that they get the little rust and make sure that the ankle doesn't squeak too much. But I imagine Duke makes quick work of this one. I imagine their coach is telling them make quick work of this so that we don't have to stretch ourselves before a weekend game against a stronger opponent.
Yeah, I mean, nothing to say. It's this is I think the number one. No, they're not the number one overall seed. But anyway, they're a 1 seed. Hail Mary is a 16 seed, or American, whoever. This is gonna be an easy one, Duke. Let's move on. The next game.
I guess I could say it the next time around, but Duke has the highest Ken Palm rating of the last century. 100 years, folks.
Damn.
Very good Duke team.
And if you ain't seen them play, I think all their guards are 6'5" too. They got some big guards in their team too, and some big dudes. But so next game, Baylor's the number 9 seed. Mississippi State is the 8th seed. Who you got?
Baylor.
Yeah, I just told you earlier, I don't pick anything out of Mississippi, so I got Baylor as well.
Yeah, but how is a 10th in their conference, a 10th ranked in their conference, Mississippi State in this tournament, let alone AC?
I forgot to add one thing, Brian. I just don't think Mississippi State is good. Forgot about that one. But
well, as a 10th ranked in their conference, I mean, like I said, they let everybody in the SEC in this damn tournament.
Yeah, really, yeah.
No bias there. There's no bias.
Real talk. Next game we got Oregon. They're playing against. They're the 5th seed playing against 12th seed Liberty. You smell an upset?
No, I do not. I actually think. And I think this of a lot of the old Pac-12 teams, Oregon's significantly underrated. I mean, they were 8th in their conference, but I do think they can at least get past Liberty.
You think
Yeah.
Justin Herbert and Bo Nix go to the game? Because
You
if so,
hella
I got
funny.
Liberty.
You hella funny. I really want to take Liberty because they can shoot. But surprisingly, they struggle at the free throw line. But Oregon really doesn't foul, so it kind of offsets. But Liberty's average height, their average height is 6'2". That's a hella short. This game is a East bracket game, but it's being played in Seattle. So this is like a home game for Oregon. And again, Liberty, who is from Liberty University, which is in Virginia, this game is starting at 7:10 p.m., which is 10:10 p.m. their time, or it could start later. It could start 10:30 p.m.
Coop,
East
you
Coast
got
time.
some facts, bro. I like it.
So
Yeah, I was going to add
like
a
Oregon.
couple others. When it
Go
comes
ahead.
to Liberty, what they do is they shoot.
Yes.
All they do is just try, and usually they shoot the lights out. So because of the factors that you're talking about, a late game, the easiest time to try and catch a shooter cold is when they're playing outside of their element, in a different place, unfamiliar floor, at an unfamiliar time. They could go ice cold. But they are also playing because I think most people know that their coach, Richie McKay, is going to be in conversation for some bigger programs if they can find a way to go a little bit deeper in this tournament. That is a motivating factor. I just don't think they can do it.
And for those of you who want to bet, Oregon's coach, Dana Altman, is 8-0 straight up in the first round, no matter what Oregon seeding is. So just let you know. All right. We'll move on from there. I'm personally rooting for a old Pac-12 matchup. Kind of foreshadow my pick. We got Arizona playing Akron. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're going to hear Arizona is my dark horse team for the tournament. Yeah. Okay. But anyways, I got them obviously beating Akron. You'll probably hear their name called a few more times.
Yep. Arizona, perpetual tournament choke artists, but I have them. They are. Anybody betting on Arizona, I know you've been mad for the last few years. They are the least profitable bet in the NCAA tournament against the point spread. They are horrible against the point spread. But yeah, I got them too, though. I got Arizona. Let's go to the next quadrant, Brian. These games are going to be played, I think, in Seattle or maybe somewhere else. BYU versus Virginia Commonwealth. Who you got?
I got BYU.
Not Seattle.
I'm a historical VCU fan. I just don't see it from today.
Yeah, I forgot where these games are being played at, but I got BYU as well. It's somewhere close, and they should have home crowd advantage or whatever, but I'm taking BYU. They're a sneaky good team. And then the next game will be Wisconsin versus Montana. I know you got Montana. I know you got
Montana.
I don't know how Montana, a number 2 in their conference ranked team in the tournament. But anyways, I got Wisconsin.
Okay. I got Wisconsin simply because, Brian, the Big Sky Conference, where Montana comes from, has lost 18 consecutive games in the NCAA tournament, and they are 1 for 25.
Maybe because that conference is not good.
Thank you. And they are, and out of the last 25 games, they've only won 1. And who won that game? It was Montana. But they'll be 1-25 after this game. So Wisconsin wins.
Who was that against? I remember that game.
I forgot who it was.
I remember us cheering for Montana.
There you go.
It was a big upset game.
There you go. Next one, these games are in Cleveland, Ohio. Okay, so we got St. Mary's from California, California. Yep, playing against Vanderbilt from the SEC, your favorite conference. Brian, who you got?
I got St. Mary's, and I actually think St. Mary's is really, really good. I mean, they put hands on Gonzaga, I think, 3 times this season. And obviously everyone knows that Gonzaga is generally thought of as a very good team. It's changed a little bit, but the St. Mary's team is no joke.
Yeah. And the thing about St. Mary's, whenever they play away from the West Coast, they usually do well. Like they've won a game in the East Coast time zone in the NCAA tournament before. So I'm taking them as well to beat Vanderbilt. And then the last game in this quadrant, we got Alabama versus Robert Morris. Isn't that cigarettes, Robert Morris? Yeah. Okay. All right. Who you got?
Alabama.
I'm with you. I got Alabama. We'll move on. All right. Yeah. So look, now we're in the round of 32 in this bracket. So we both have Duke playing against Baylor.
Duke. Again,
Duke too.
Ken Palm Darling.
I would love to see Baylor upset them, but they don't have enough to do it. Next game, we both have Oregon versus Arizona, Pac-12 matchup.
Yeah. It's kind of sad how they do this. I mean, it's like they're not even in the same conferences anymore, I don't think. And
right, they're not. One's in the Big 12 and one's in the Big 10.
Each other. Right. They used to do this all the time when they're in the Pac-12. They put it so that the 2 best teams in the Pac-12 were playing each other in the second round.
Yep.
Therefore, the Pac-12 teams couldn't advance very far. Anyways, Arizona.
Yeah, I got Arizona too. I just don't believe in this Oregon squad, but I do have them winning the game, and I got Arizona. I am with you. Then we have BYU, and we both have Wisconsin. Who you got?
BYU. Upset.
Yeah, Wisconsin's a team that you want to believe in, but they ultimately always let you down. I got BYU as well. And, and then finally, we both have St. Mary's and Alabama. What you got?
I really like the St. Mary's team, but this Alabama team is a buzzsaw, and so I've got Alabama winning it. I think this game might actually be very, very close, or much closer than people might think when you see a 2 versus a 7. But Alabama ultimately.
I'm glad you said that. And folks, we do not talk about these picks before the podcast.
We absolutely
do not.
I genuinely expect that Coop is going to go against me just on principle.
No. I'm about to say I'm taking Alabama to win, but when this game happens, I'm taking St. Mary's on the point spread. Because St. Mary's like to score inside. Yeah, St. Mary's like to score inside. Alabama likes to score outside. But if Alabama don't hit, it could be a scary game for them. And St. Mary's could sneak one in. So yeah, we are in agreement there. And then finally, what happened? Hold on. Okay, here we go.
Duke versus Arizona.
Duke versus Arizona. Okay, there we go. Who you got?
Upset. I got Arizona.
Huh? Really?
I told you they're one of my dark horse teams for the tournament, Arizona.
Wow. Okay, I didn't expect that. I can't trust Arizona to do a man's job. To be a good team. I can't.
They're different now. It's a different conference. It's a new day.
I hear you. I'm taking Duke. And then finally, we got Alabama versus what? BYU?
I know that's what Alabama versus BYU. Okay. I think this game is a much easier game for Alabama than the St. Mary's game. I got Alabama.
Yeah, I'm with you there. It'd be a good run for BYU, but it ends here. Yeah, I'm with you. All right, that ends that region. We're in our final region, the Midwest region. We're making good on time. Glenn, you got any words you want to say?
Man, I'm just listening, bro. Right now, I booked a flight, and I've also done my bracket. So y'all carry on, bro.
It's all good.
This is great. About to do my taxes. Carry on.
It's all good. All right, here we go, B. First game, we got Houston and Edwardsville. Someplace in Edwardsville. Yeah, who you got?
This is just if you're Edwardsville, you're like, yes, we made the tournament. We won it. We're going there. We're playing Houston. Oh wow, they are very good this year. Okay, Houston, obviously.
All right, so here's another rule, fellas. I don't care who SIU Edwardsville is playing. If your name sounds like a CEO, I can't take you. I'm taking Houston. Okay, that's
rules.
That's just how I get down.
Can't pick them on Tuesdays at 9 between 9 and 9:58.
That's all good. Next game we got Gonzaga and Georgia. Oh, this is a good one. Who you got, B?
I got Gonzaga. They're not the same team that they've been in years past, nor do I believe that they're anywhere near there. But again, this is everybody from the SEC gets to play. They were 11th ranked, and Georgia was 11th ranked in the conference. I don't think Gonzaga's that bad. I mean, their conference record for Georgia was 8-10, and yet they're still allowed in this tournament. Anyway, give me Gonzaga.
And you know what? I'm taking Georgia still based on their strength of schedule. I looked at Gonzaga's schedule. They ain't played nobody. I don't think Georgia's
played
great.
St. Mary's. They lost to them.
Okay, St. Mary's.
But they're 3-3. Gonzaga's 3-3 against top 25. Georgia's 4-10.
Yeah. Strength of schedule. That's the only thing I'm hanging my hat on. I'm taking Georgia.
They all losses, but they played those guys.
Right. Won't be surprised if Gonzaga wins. But I'm taking Georgia in this one. Next quadrant, we got Clemson. Playing against McNeese. Yeah, McNeese.
The only thing I know about McNeese is Steve McNair. Anyway, Clemson.
You're right.
Okay.
No, he went. No, Steve McNair went to Alcorn State.
Oh, that's right.
Alcorn, Mississippi. Yeah.
Who am I thinking of? Who's the one who went to McNeese?
I forgot. Only reason I know about Steve McNair because I had his jersey.
That was the guy.
Yeah. Okay. You're taking Clemson. Clemson is as inconsistent of a basketball team as Anthony Richardson throwing the football. You never know what you're going to get from half to half or game to game. But McNeese doesn't have any size and they can't rebound. So as long as it's a half-court game, Clemson wins the game.
Joe Dumars went to McNeese.
Joe Dumars, okay. Yep. And then Tennessee, okay. And the next one we got Purdue versus High Point. Who you got?
Come on now. Purdue.
Purdue. Brian.
You gonna do it?
Purdue loses games. Purdue loses games like this. High Point has Kimani Hamilton from Mississippi State.
High. Shout out
There
to
you go.
Styles P. I heard it.
Real talk. They have Kimani Hamilton from Mississippi State. They got a guy from Texas Tech, and they got a former 5-star recruit, Bobby Pettiford, who was at Kansas. I don't think this is a mid-major type of team. I think this is a one of them tier, maybe a regular Division I type of team. Purdue has nobody to protect the basket. I remember we saw that last year when Zach Edey was out the game. Everybody just went to the hole at will. I think High Point will do that. But we're going to get high. I'm going with get High Point. That's what I'm going
Tubby
with.
Smith
You weren't worried about their strength of schedule because they ain't playing nobody at all ever.
Okay, you ain't lying about that.
Tubby Smith went to High Point.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
That
might be the last time they had a basketball player.
Coach, yeah. Yep.
All right. Next game, we got Illinois versus the winner of the Texas Xavier game. You got an opinion on this one? Or you want to pass?
No, I won't pass because I was going to take Illinois. I don't care who they're playing.
Okay.
Again, and that's not to say we've seen play-in teams get to the Elite Eight.
Yeah.
So that's not, now that they do these play-in games for 11 seeds and 12 seeds and things like that, there's a lot more flexibility here. But I'm going to go with the tried and true on Illinois.
All right. I think Illinois is an overrated team from an overrated conference. I think Xavier is going to beat Texas, and then Xavier is going to beat Illinois. In
got two picks.
So I got the playing Xavier. I got them beating Illinois as well. And then the next game we have is Kentucky, the Wildcats. They are playing against Troy. I think they're from Alabama or something.
Man,
or
when they
USC,
reminisce over you, man. When they reminisce over you.
That's right. No doubt. Trouble T. Roy. Who you got, B?
It's going to be weird to watch a Kentucky team without John Calipari at the helm. It's the first time, since 2008, 2009. But they got BYU coach Mark Pope on the team. Anyways, I don't think Troy is going to be the team that knocks him down, but it will be weird to see Kentucky without John Calipari. Give me Kentucky.
Yeah, remember Kentucky lost to Oakland University in that stunning first-round upset. That guy had like 10 threes from Oakland. He shot like 20 of them and hit 10. Oakland University in Michigan. I don't think Troy beats them. I don't think Troy beats them because I think Kentucky remembers what happened last year, and they'll probably do everything they can not to let it happen 2 years in a row. So, yeah, I'm with you. I'm taking Kentucky. Next game, we have UCLA, Pac-10, 12 team against Utah State. Who you got, B? You rolling with the Pac-12?
So, kind of, yeah. It's real easy to do.
Right.
So anyways, in this instance, I do not believe that UCLA is going to be some world beater or anything else, but they do have a 5-3 record against top 25 teams. That's much better than what Utah State is having, playing only one top 25 team, although they have a win. Anyways, I'm taking UCLA to win this game.
Okay. UCLA should win, but they're a soft team to me. Utah State is 2-20 in the NCAA tournament since 1970. Damn. But last year they did beat Purdue. And I like Utah State in this game plus 5.5, even though Mountain West teams historically suck in the NCAA tournament. Second worst conference to bet on in terms of profitability, but I'm taking Utah State to beat UCLA in a mild upset. And then finally, we have Tennessee playing against Wofford. Who you got?
Tennessee.
Got Tennessee too. Only Whoppers I know are from Burger King. So moving on, we got Houston playing against. You have Houston playing against Gonzaga. Who you got?
I do, and I've got Houston.
Yeah, I got Houston playing against Georgia. Georgia ain't ready for that smoke. I got Houston too. Moving on, we both have Clemson. You have them playing against Purdue. Who you got?
Yeah, I have Clemson upsetting a number 4 seed Purdue again. Like you said earlier, I'm not a big Purdue fan. I just think that they're going to get to this point.
Got it. It's hard for me to trust Clemson for one game. I just can't do it 2 games. I'm going with Styles P and Snoop Dogg. We getting high again. They going to the NCAA tournament. I'm taking them High Point.
His bracket is.
I love it.
It's going. Yeah.
now, mind you, there is $100 on the line, so I wouldn't be telling people, my draft picks would be the bottom on everyone.
You should do all of these upsets.
All good.
Hey, man, it just take one.
All right, here we say. All right, so you got Illinois playing Kentucky. Who you got?
I got Illinois upsetting Kentucky. I mean, it's a whole new world with Kentucky with a different coach. I think there's a little bit in that ranking that's reflective of who they are and who they have been, more so than where they're at right now. And I got Illinois beating Kentucky.
Yeah, just like Clemson, I can't pick Kentucky to win 2 games, so I got Xavier winning another game in the NCAA tournament.
Man, the Midwest is going to be fun. I'm going to be sitting right next to you.
And then finally, you got UCLA playing Tennessee. I got Utah State playing Tennessee. We probably got the same pick, but who you got?
I got Tennessee. Yeah, UCLA got a win out of me. They're not getting 2.
Yeah, I got Tennessee, even though I think it might be
Tennessee.
I mean, the thing is, Rick Barnes is the coach of Tennessee. He was at Texas. He's just known for choking. This team just doesn't play well when you need them to play well. I think the game
being in the right place in the bracket goes a long way, and I think Tennessee's kind of got a very, very nice situation at the bottom.
Yeah, they are. They really are. I still think the game against Utah State is going to be close, but yeah, I'm with you. I'm taking Tennessee. And then finally, our last picks in this bracket. You got Houston playing it. Okay. All right. There we go. We don't care who they're playing against. Okay.
Don't matter.
Okay. Good. I am with you. I got Houston playing High Point. I think High Point, they got high too much. So it looks like their run ends here.
Yeah.
What goes up?
Right. And then finally, we got Tennessee. You got them playing against, I think, Illinois. Yep.
Yeah. And I have them beating Illinois again. This is the way the bracket works, right? I mean, you get a rebounding or restarting over Kentucky team in that side of the bracket. You got Illinois, you got Xavier, Texas, and Troy and UCLA.
Yeah.
This was made for Rick Barnes to be able to kind of go a little bit further than normal Tennessee.
Yep. I got Tennessee playing Xavier. Xavier's run ends here. It was a good run, but Tennessee a little bit better. They'll get it done.
All
and
right.
those are all of our picks from the beginning of the first round through the second round, through the third round, stopping right at the Elite 8 just before the Final 4.
For those of you picking your brackets, remember there's always a 5-12 upsets. There's always a Cinderella team.
Yep.
All you have to do is pick the right one. So have at it. Someone in our group text was talking about how it's like you have your chances of getting a perfect bracket is something like 17 quintillion. You have a better shot of winning the lotto 3 times in a row.
Right.
The Super Lotto 3 times in a row.
Oh yeah. A lot of factors in college ball, man.
Real talk.
I think I saw something that said if you had everyone on the planet and everyone picked, or one person picked one hair from anyone on the planet's head, and you had to pick that would be the same odds as someone getting a perfect bracket.
Yeah, it's crazy. Remember, the link will be up. It'll be on Facebook, I believe. We're Facebook.
Yeah,
also
I'll throw it on
YouTube
Facebook. I'll put the group ID in YouTube. Yep. I'll do everything I can to
group ID
to give the links and throw that ID out there one more time.
It's 54623. You have to be a subscriber. Don't subscribe for the first weekend. And don't subscribe the second weekend and think you're getting money the third weekend if you win. You got to stay a subscriber on YouTube.
Got to be able to find you. Yep. That's linked to your email. Good call there. And then I just searched the group ID. I literally did my bracket while y'all was talking. No joke. So I just searched the ID, didn't need a password, hit add bracket, boom, you're in there. So it should be pretty simple on y'all.
And everybody, we only did the first 3 rounds. There's still 3 more rounds after you have to pick if you do a bracket. And remember, the winner gets
all the points are anyway. So we didn't give away too much.
Yep.
Cool. You can thanks B for sharing that. You can drop that and we'll get our last few you could stop the share and we'll get our last few segments.
Man, I don't even have a segment, but y'all go.
Yeah, so we start with the game ball, which was Coop, that was yours, man. What you got for us?
Man, I do not have a game ball, man. I don't have a game ball. I do not have these shots out to all these teams that made the NCAA tournament that's going to get their butts kicked in the first game on Thursday and Friday. At least you made it to the tournament. That's a huge accomplishment. Don't want to diminish that, but the party is going to be over for most of them. So I'll give my game ball to them.
Oh man, I had one too. There was something I was just watching. I can't remember what it was. I think it was college ball related for on the women's side, but I don't remember.
All good.
All right. Well, here I'm gonna split my game ball. The first one goes to the Cincinnati Bengals, who went all in and kept both Jamar
Sure
Chase
did.
and T Higgins and signed both of them within minutes to some serious money. I think it's like 265 million between them. That's putting it out there. I don't know how it works out, but they made sure Joe Burrow has nothing but the best opportunity to do it. Their defense, they got a lot of questions on problems. And then the other part is I'm doing the exact same thing I did last week. And there's a method to my madness. Quasi from the Vikings has last week was killing it with the signings and continues to kill it this week. They continue to add talent on both sides of the ball. They recently traded for Jordan Mason. They also signed the Atlanta quarterback who had a really great season. And most importantly, I want to shower him with love so that he does not sign Aaron Rodgers.
That's hella funny.
Better half of my game ball pick goes to the GM of the Minnesota Vikings for continuously making big moves. I don't know if it all works out, but like I said last year before their season, whether I believe or not is irrelevant. They believe when they were making those signings towards the end of the preseason. This time they're doing it in the free agency period.
Unshare your screen too, B, so I can get the three of us, please. Thank you, sir. Perfect. All right, so you got that. Dang, I can't remember mine. It was something. Man, anyway. So you got that, and then what about Hogwash? This was Brian's segment. He came up with it. Probably been a year now. Said something was Hogwash, and we added it to the show. What you guys got?
I have nothing. Y'all can go. I have nothing.
Mine is gonna be getting not going out there because I got more court dates, but to be on the jury.
Mine might be the same damn thing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Broke my heart. Anyways, mine's gonna be Aaron Rodgers with this whole let everybody wait and sit and wait. Like, man, you ain't that dude no more. Like sitting around here, Cameron Hayward said it best. I ain't doing all these darkness retreats to try and get this man to come. He needs to decide whether he wants to be a Steeler or not.
Straight up, just like that.
Oh.
And then the last segment, a minute to win it, chance to say whatever's on your mind. Mine is thanks everybody for listening. This was I like this concept for the show, guys. So great choice on that. It was cool to see how it picked, show the bracket, and then also having the group bracket. So I think great job. You guys also y'all get the game ball for coming up with this idea because that was cool. So that's mine. Just thanks everybody for listening. Make sure to subscribe, add your bracket up there so you can have a chance to win.
Yeah, mine is to make sure you get your bracket up. It should be fun. Our brackets will be up there. Everybody should be fun. Should be fun.
Yeah, usually I would talk a whole bunch about how the world is coming to an end, and it's still there. It's still going in that direction, but it's sad. But that's not what I want to talk about. 2025 has had its foot in my rear since day one. I talk about it all the darn time, and I can't begin to tell everyone who's watching or any how much the next few days mean to me and how much I need the break and just the chill time. So I can't say enough how much I am looking forward to the next few days, hanging out with friends. You know, we may have a couple of shots of tequila.
Yeah, might. Yeah.
But like this came at exactly the right time. Those who know me know it has not been an easy last few weeks, months, and so on and so forth. So my minute to win it is just thank you to all the people who are going to be around. I'm looking forward to it. It's my favorite few days of the year to just unwind because we watch a lot of basketball, but the reason we all get together at this point is not the basketball. This is the collective excuse to do something together in a situation that most groups do not get to do for going on over 20 years now.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And so it's anyways, looking forward to it. So my minute to win it is just being thankful for all that's about to go down.
Real talk. We've been doing this for years. Good closeout.
Thanks for hosting and making it happen, B. I'll see you guys soon. This is the Sports Counterpoints podcast. It is March the 18th, 2025, and we'll catch y'all next time. Peace.